Hey, this is Kori Raishon, and I'm coming to you to talk about image. This is BS3, part of our video blog for this month. We'll be doing a video every other day, and this month is about imaging, or twice a week, three to two times a week. I can't make a promise at that, even though part of marketing is consistency, right? But I'm going to be honest. There's a lot on my plate, and I'm hoping to let you guys know very soon. We got some great news coming out for WE Productions. But let's start. Imaging. We want to talk about the image of your presentation online in the digital arena. Some people just slap things together, and that may not work for you. When you're talking about image, there's a strategy and a concept that has to happen. There has to be a thought process behind what you do, because you're building a brand. And that branding element is how you present yourself, how you're marketing yourself, how you advertise yourself, what you're saying about who you are, talking about your credentials, getting a few testimonies in about you, and hopefully they fit what your brand is pretty much saying. So you have 1 second pretty much from the time you go to a website. I know I go to some people's website and automatically I'm like, I don't trust this. There's certain websites that do the scrolling thing, and you got to watch the video for a certain amount of time. And for me, that comes across as, this could be iffy. I could be losing my money. And then, I go to websites that look like major corporations, that look like they're putting their money where their mouth is, and they have these products and these services, and they have audio, they've got video, they got beautiful artwork. It's not hard to read through, and very easygoing. And I stay there for a minute. It invites me to see more and more and more, and then eventually contact them. So there's a method to the madness when it comes to imaging. Things that are too wordy, too much, too many pictures, not spaced out properly, can be a little hard on the eyes, because now you've got all these tools. You got cell phones, you got iPads that, your website is going to be on. And so, you have people that are what I call moving researchers. They're walking in the street and they're reading and tripping over things. But you want to keep them engaged, where they lose their page because they're jumbling or something. You want them to come back. You don't want, that was boring anyway. So you don't want them to pass you by. And that is based on your image. How do you look? How do you even compare to others? What I said, your image is the goals to your success. And the goal to your success is about reaching that number of sales, reaching that number, in pulling in. It depends on if you're doing push or pull marketing. So if you're trying to draw people in, are they going to sign up with you because of what you look like? Or are you going to turn them away because of what you look like? Are people going to buy from you because they think that your product is quality, your website is quality, so is your product quality? They will be looking at that, and if it doesn't look like quality, then they might not buy into. So your image is important. So let's just talk about shapes. I design based on a spiritual. I'm now calling myself a spiritual entrepreneur, because it is. I've always worked from a base of connecting. If I don't connect with my client from a higher level where I can really feel their intensity, then I really don't work with them. I try. Sometimes I get a little bit of the ebb, and I'm like, I can't do this for you, because I'm not feeling. You're not authentic. I'm not picking it up. And so, but for me, my company, of course, I feel me all the time. It's about the circle, and there's a reason behind the circle, because the circle is never ending. When you're in any type of organization or community, it's the community circle. Let's sit in a circle. Let's function in a circle. So I always start researching shapes. And sometimes people will say, I want a circle. I'll research it again, because maybe I can pull something based on what that person's saying about them. I can pull it from the new research that I'm doing. I can find something new. Time is always changing. And so in the changing of times, symbols change. Not the meaning of the symbol, The symbols are changing. What are people doing? Is there too much of something? What sets you apart? Maybe the triangle is in. That's the triad. Um, you know, and 3 is a powerful number. And even knowing those things for me is from where I come from, because it's about a vibration for me when it comes to designing. Art is, about a drawing in, looking at things from a particular viewpoint or standpoint, and your experience in them. And how will this shape relate to those? If people are seeing a lot of this, they're like, oh, it's another one. Or it's like something that draws you in. And so you want to think about the shapes. Are you into squares? Are you into triangles, hexagons, pentagons, the whole nine? Like, are your shapes broken up, overlapping, overlaying? And does that say something about your mission or your goal? Is the shape, or the way the shape is positioned, is it about movement? And how is that going to look? So your logo, you know, has to play a part. How are you building that logo to read who you are as a business? And so you want to take all these things into account. So imaging is your goal to success, right? And in that image, you have to think of the shapes that you want to use. Start researching what shapes mean. Really go in depth. This is not a surface thing. Oh, because I like circles, I want to do circles. But what does that circle mean? How does it resonate with the innate mind? Right? Because there's something deeper in the surface mind we have, but there's something deeper in the primitive mind, relates to certain things a certain way. And then it's also the heart. More people are opening up, more people are becoming aware and are elevating from a spiritual standpoint. So from a spiritual standpoint, how will people receive you? More people are waking up to the symbol of the swastika, knowing that it's more a natural nature thing. I gotta look it up again. But it doesn't mean hate, the initial meaning. It was used for hate purposes, but it has a stronger vibrational meaning than hate. So how are we viewing, our images, and what type of image do you want to draw people into your business? So let's think about that for the week. Start researching, and I'll come back with you with some stuff on that. But it's about image. It's about the shapes that we use, about our logo, and maybe next time I'll talk about the power of words and what we name our company. All right, this is Kori Raishon of Double E Productions, your casual conceptualist here. Look for us on blacksuccess.com. Our parent company is doubleeproductions.net, and we'll be changing that website soon to reflect the direction that we're going in. So I'll be pointing you there too for some new information. And my phone is ringing. So let me take that, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.